If you were to describe yourself as a potato form, what potato form would you be and why? Hey, crew, and welcome back to Trenches. I'm your host, Milan Perez. On this show, we have unfiltered conversations with entrepreneurs in the messy middle. We dig into the experiments, defining decisions, disasters, pivots, and breakthroughs that shaped their companies long before the world was watching. Before we get into it, if you like this episode, which I know you will, please take a moment and like, subscribe, and share this episode to your group chat. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Trenches Rapid Fire. If you haven't listened to Gina Moore's episode yet, go back and listen to it. She was dropping gems on her episode. Gina is the founder of Pantry Gems, a modern pantry brand on a mission to solve an at-home cooking problem for leftover tomato paste by creating tablespoon servings of organic tomato paste for home cooks. I am so excited to get to know Gina a little bit more today. So we are going to dive right into these questions. So Gina, what are you watching right now?
Okay, so I'll be honest, I love shows, but I don't have a ton of time. But I am watching Survivor and obsessed with it. And my husband and I started watching it again during COVID because we wanted an escape, and we've been watching it ever since. And right now it's Survivor 50, and yeah, I love it. I know, it's crazy. And the other show I'm watching is Love Story, and I'm obsessed. Yeah, it's so good.
I've heard about that one on TikTok, so I'm going to have to add that to my watch list.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
And what or who are you listening to right now?
So I've been listening to Harry Styles' new album on repeat, and I love Noah Kahan, and I love Mumford and Sons. I am definitely a Swiftie. Not like, I mean, I am like an obsessed with Swiftie, but not as much as other people. But I do love Taylor Swift, but I'm a little bit sick of that because my kids always want to listen to it. And the other thing is I love podcasts. So I'm an armchair. I love Armchair Expert. It is my favorite podcast. I listen to it over even founder podcasts. But my favorite founder podcasts are It's All Happening Co. I love listening to like founder interviews. And then Kelly Bennett's podcast with Kelly Bennett. I really like that one. It's like shorter founder interviews.
Ooh, we haven't had too many guests on the podcast give us their podcast recommendations. So thank you so much. We can add that to our listening list. And so, what has been the hardest decision you've had to make in the last 90 days?
I would say it's to spend money on my food scientist. It was for me a chunk of my money. So I am below $20,000 now, actually, which I stated in the episode, but I think it was an imperative decision. So big decision, but you know what? That's why I have the money. That's why it's there. We got to figure this out. So yeah.
Absolutely. And what is something people have assumed about your success or this building process that isn't true?
Well, this is a hard one for me because I think people probably assume by looking at my social media that I'm super confident. And I actually do have a lot of confidence, but at the same time, I am fully faking it till I make it. Okay.
I think we all are. And in those moments where you're faking it till you make it, what is your emotional support item that you can't live without?
I'm going to go with my dog. His name's Ravioli Cannoli. And he is my best friend and my companion. He follows me all over the house. He's laying very close to me right now. And I just, he's a part of my journey. And I call him my co-founder. He even makes an appearance on my product's packaging that no one has seen yet.
Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Also, the name
Yeah.
Ravioli Cannoli. I love that. I will say this on the podcast. I'm not a fan of dogs with people names, but that's probably because the dog I grew up with, I named him and it was Magic Cookie. So
I love that.
I love pets that have food names.
Me too. And his name made him go viral. He had videos with millions of views. I had an Instagram for him. It had 25,000 followers. And if you look at the hashtag ravioli cannoli, you will see an Instagram changed formats when Reels came out, but you can see all of his old videos. My husband put him in a baby carrier and that went super viral. But I really think the reason why people were so like attached to us was his name.
Oh my gosh, Ravioli Cannoli. That is Oh my gosh, that is so freaking cute. Ah,
Thank
okay, sorry,
you.
this is supposed to be rapid fire. So, our next question, what belief about work did you have to unlearn?
I guess that I didn't want to work. That was in my head was I don't want to work. I don't want a job. And, I could see how anyone would say that, but this is so cliche, but if you're doing something you're passionate about, it technically is work, but it's also something you want to do. So, yes, it's cliche, but it's true because this is the only thing I want to do. The only thing I want to do is work on Pantry Gems.
Mm, I mean, that is
Ironic.
so true. It's you wanna be an entrepreneur, and then you realize that you are also now the employee and your own boss, and you're also the operator having to do all the work, but at the end of the day, you're still moving towards your own goals. So it's such an interesting time when you're going from 0 to 1. That is for sure. And what is a non-negotiable in your daily ritual?
This is hard because every day is different for me. I used to would have said working out at 5 a.m., but I am prioritizing sleep right now, so I don't do that at 5 a.m. I guess I have like a very small skincare routine that I do every night. It's only 3 steps. That's all I can manage as a mom. And the other thing is my mouth guard because I grind my teeth and my sound machine. I'm sorry, this is not a glamorous answer for you, but I am obsessed with those things and yeah.
It's authentic and it's a non-negotiable. It is whatever keeps
Yes,
you sane, happy, and healthy throughout this building period because it is quite literally so easy to lose all of those things.
for
And
sure.
since you're in the CPG food space, I wanted to try out a new question for you today. Our listeners and watchers have never heard this question before, but if you know me personally, which many listeners do and some do not, I have asked this question to quite literally everybody in my professional life. So many of my old coworkers still send me videos, text messages, or will tell me that this question is still circulating the offices that I used to work in 6 years ago. It is wild. So, Gina, if you were to describe yourself as a potato form, what potato form would you be and why?
I am going to pick a sweet potato. It's actually my favorite kind of potato. I love sweet potatoes, but I would compare myself to a sweet potato because one, I do think I am sweet, but I also think I'm a little bit different and whimsical. And I think there are forms of sweet potato that are fun, like sweet potato fries, or whimsical, like a sweet potato casserole with marshmallows on it. So I'm going to pick a sweet potato.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I always like to say that I'm a sweet potato tater tot. So we're in the same family. We're in the same family, and I love that. And so for our final question of rapid fire, if you weren't building pantry gems, what would you be building instead?
That is a great question. And this might seem random to you or anyone listening, but another idea I toyed with was I wanted to have a block print dress company. If you see me in my everyday life, if I'm not wearing workout clothes, I'm wearing a colorful dress. And I became obsessed with block print dresses. And that would entail going to India and meeting with the people that can help you make these. But yeah, I like to think I would have tried to do that.
That is so cool. From influencer marketing and sales and photography to dresses and now tomato paste. You are just creativity and color all through and through, day in and day out. So I love that. You have such a bright personality, and it has been a true joy to have you on the podcast today. So, for all of our crew members out there, please go listen to Gina's full episode that will come out right before her rapid fires is released. And then make sure you head over to TikTok and Instagram and follow Pantry Gems at Pantry Gems on both of those platforms. And if you have a little bit of extra time or you want to make sure that you have a single serve tomato paste on your shelf very, very soon, head to her website, pantrygems.co, to join her waitlist. Thanks so much, Gina.
Thank you, Milan. This was so much fun. Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored to be on your podcast, and I hope everyone listens. I just had so much fun talking about my story with you.
Amazing. And we will see everybody in the next episode. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.
Don't forget to follow us on Apple and Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. Your likes, comments, and ratings make such a big difference in improving the show for each and every crew member. Also, if you're not already, come and join us on TikTok and Instagram at Trenches the Podcast, where we don't just share clips, we're creating a network of co-builders in the comments. Each post is designed to be a truly impactful addition to your scroll that will actually help you improve your journey in many different ways. Now, since you're already a part of the crew, this is how you step inside. By allocating to the fund on Patreon, you become a stakeholder in Trenches the Podcast and officially join our cap table. With access to private content, early drops, resources, and chats reserved for people truly in the work. Here is where you get the tools and the behind the scenes of what it really takes to get beyond the trenches. Your seat gives you direct access to contribute and make long-term decisions for our crew while finding community with fellow builders. It's time to take your seat at the table. Our mission is simple: make entrepreneurship less lonely. I'll see you in the next episode.